I need to make an observation. Bear with me. Keep an open mind, if you will. This is the year 2024. Everyone needs to develop self awareness as it pertains to who we are as a society. The previous model for civil disobedience, like the civil rights movement of the 20th century and suffrage of the early 1900s, no longer suits or is unusable as a model because the population is completely different and the values of this population are vastly different. I don't direct this at every individual, I just have an observation. Textbook protests that occurred in the 60s need a revision. I'm 63. I discovered culture outwardly presenting or represented as Eurocentric or Caucasian has a long-standing policy, for lack of a better adjective. When I say policy, I reach back historically from the Greek and Roman up until now. There's a distinct lack of awareness globally. How some Caucasian and Eurocentric cultures appear is notable with the characteristic or personality that caused the demise of thousands of mammals, breeds of biologic ecosystems, botany, and the erasure of indigenous homo sapiens. The Euro-Caucasian culture, some of them, tend to view other homo sapien cultures as repulsive or unimportant. Geographically, indigenous populations are looked down upon as expendable or disposable. People who fail to appear outwardly Eurocentric are not represented as a human culture or deserving of humanity. Some people that are Caucasian take it upon themselves to eliminate mammals, breeds, or biologic systems, and that shows a lack of awareness that some Eurocentric cultures don't like to share, and they don't respect the world around them. Some extreme eliminations included brainwashing, removal of children, and the erasure of people's history. Some Eurocentric or Caucasian cultures don't extend kindness or validate other Homo sapiens outwardly in the view of the world. But in my mind, we were all put on this planet together. And overall, we should respect those we stand with side by side, the different plants and life and species that are around us are there for a reason. This planet isn't made to just serve one culture or group of people. There are bioorganisms that need to be considered and respected in regard to this planet, or no one's going to be occupying this planet. The consequences of Eurocentric or Caucasian people who have power and influence, with their lack of empathy or inability to see it for anyone or anything else, and the complete lack of self-awareness or connectedness to this planet, the consequences are very dire. Some Eurocentric cultures are completely bloody and self-destructive. I look at sub-Saharan indigenous cultures like Asian, Persian, over centuries, their historical references point to a harmonious, side-by-side, symbiotic, respectful relationship with the world around them. These cultures respect different flora and fauna and have a policy of treating other cultures with decency. I don't condemn Eurocentric or Caucasian cultures. I just tend to see that in their advantage over a lot of other people, they don't practice humanitarian effort at all. They consider this planet something that has to serve them instead of them being good stewards of the planet. This election is an example of a white problem. White men caused this problem, and only white male privilege can resolve it. Me, as a person of color, us black humans, we can no longer assert ourselves on the front line. We are easy targets. We are vilified and seen as expendable. We can no longer afford to risk our bodies to help you. Furthermore, white male privilege means white men who resemble and value their dogs and pets 100 times more than black, brown, and indigenous and Asian bodies. Moreover, my ancestors were bled dry through slavery and lynching. Their inventions and innovations forever taken for granted. And the fact that our free labor established the United States' great wealth and status in the world is diminished or erased. Our contributions are not acknowledged by male white privilege. That was our election in a nutshell. Money and the powerful media, convinced through lies and misinformation, control our history, the narrative, or the erasure of it, sometimes turning minorities to hate one another. I strongly would advise anyone of color, Asian, brown, indigenous, or otherwise, to extensively investigate, vet, and get references and receipts of people who claim to be your allies. We must have incontestable proof that people in power who are Eurocentric or Caucasian, instead of just collecting information on us to hurt us, are out there trying to keep all of us on the planet alive. Not continuing an evil case system. Us black folks have taken too many devastating losses to our history and our communities. And I declare it openly, it's on you good white people to fix this abomination of hatred that is fed continually by the media and other people. Us black folks, I say we need to go on a hiatus and let white folks figure them out amongst themselves.